Yeah.
Bong.
Hi there. Hi.
Bong. The dream is real.
Well.
The dream is real. Who knows? This could be a dream. Look, man. Inception, man. I mean, look, cannot tell me. Look, we already. Look, we will get that guy.
Yeah.
Double H, aka Half Hope, aka The Kid, aka Benny B, aka Let's Just Have Some Dinner.
Elements, aka Revelation, aka the guy with the thing on his head, aka aka Shyamalan, and also yeah, we have someone here.
Hi guys.
Alright.
Hi.
Alright. Oops, sorry.
Talkback will
So yeah, the trio is back. The Three Musketeers.
Yeah, could you straighten my
Obviously,
screen, please?
it's
Look, the screen is.
No, because it's still tilted.
Tilted in what way?
Like towards the no, the other way. Yeah.
Let's get to the review. Inception.
Yeah,
Inception. Look, man. This film was heavy. This was a very heavy film. Let me just pull that straight up. It was a very heavy film. I came prepared. You know, I swatched it with elements here. I came prepared. I ate my food. I, took my precepts. And Nolan, this is full on Nolan. Full on. I mean, apparently, some guys actually even left the cinema halfway through. That's how heavy the film was.
A few guys actually walked out, like some brethren.
Some brethren actually walked because like the movie was that full on, So this is just the kind of film that we're talking about here. But yeah, thoughts. I mean, your initial thoughts, guys.
Look, my brain is physically in pain, or mentally in pain, however you.
Mind smack. Mind heist. Mind smack.
That was. I can't remember the last time I walked out of a cinema like. With my brain fully working and trying to, sort things. It was not a thing. But
I mean, look, there's a lot to say about this because I don't know the best way to go in to discussing the movie because on one side of the movie is probably the most like it is a movie where you're seeing like a director, like the guy. This is like the full-on Nolan. This is like the extremities of him, with no holds barred, nobody telling him that you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, I thought that would be the case. When I saw it, I'm like, you know what, this is like as far as this guy is going to go. In the direction of what he does. If you look at Memento, you look at Prestige, you look at all these movies, I think they were all like hinting at this sort of thing. Like, this is like the extreme. Like, to me, this movie, the best way of describing this movie is like, it's not a film, it's a mathematics problem. It's like a calculus, algebra, calculation.
So when you go into the cinema, you have to bring folders.
That's what we're saying. Like, you have to bring, like, basically it's going to be like Pythagoras' theorem, and Fibonacci.
Anybody, I was looking at guys who were like, when the movie ended, like, oh, amazing! This is like the best thing I've ever seen. This is better than Prestige, better than Memento, better than Dark. I'm like, guys, any clown who's gonna go and start saying any clown, Barnum and Bailey, floppy shoe, red nose, afro clown that's gonna come and tell me after watching that movie, immediately after watching that movie, that he fully understood everything he saw, is joking.
Yo, Mike, do you have something in the background? Can I hear like punching in the background?
Yeah, there's hammering.
Like
can you still hear what I'm saying?
Sort of, yeah.
Wait, what's in the background?
Hammering, somebody's hammering.
Okay.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, we had just like the hammering was also there as well. Look, man, my initial thoughts on these things are, look, man, it was, as Mike was saying, I was like, whoa. Halfway through, I was like, what on earth is going on? Literally, I was like, what on... this was Nolan full on, because if you think about it, that's what she said to Elements. Memento was based off his brother's book. Prestige was based off another book. Insomnia was based off someone else's screenplay. So this is really full on Nolan with cash. So this is as Nolan as you're going to get. And I presume that, look, man, okay, it's going to be... This film was... At the end, I was like, what? It's like, am I real? I even question my own reality. That's how many questions this film.
But the thing about this film is like it wasn't convoluted. It wasn't.
True.
It wasn't just trying to be smart for smart's sake or complicated for complicated sake.
Oh, no,
it was. You feel that if you went for a repeated viewings, you would start. You could unravel it because the pieces that you need to solve the puzzle are all there.
Yeah.
And that's what was. That's what stood out.
No. I mean, so I feel like at the end, it's like obviously I had questions, but still. I understood a lot of things based on the stuff that was in there. Like I didn't just come and think, oh man, nothing makes sense. Like
it's not like Space Odyssey 2000.
Yeah.
Where you just come out
and listen, forget that guy. But yeah, I mean,
look, I mean, this is my take. Okay, this is the Merc here talking. Okay. I read a lot. I heard a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of things were said. In the wind, on the web, out on the streets, things were said about masterpiece. Now, I want a couple of you guys let's just do a little experiment. Talkbackers out there who's listening to this video, I want you to go and get a dictionary. Okay? I want you to go and log into Wikipedia and type in what the definition of masterpiece actually is. Okay? Then once you've done that, then come back to the screen or leave the audio on, and I'll tell you this very simply.
We actually have a dictionary on that.
A masterpiece is it is the absolute. It is as close to perfect. It's close to perfection.
Matrix Reloaded.
What's? I'll tell you what a masterpiece is. A masterpiece, Godfather.
Which one? Godfather 1 or 2? Part 2.
Part 2. Matrix 1. Empire Strikes Back. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, we're looking at the definition of masterpiece.
Yes. I'm just saying Memento as well.
Masterpiece. What?
Yes.
Masterpiece.
Yes.
As in the most outstanding piece of work of a creative person.
Memento is not a masterpiece.
Yes.
No, it's your masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece. No.
The reason why I'm saying this is very, very simple. This movie, for anybody to call it a masterpiece, they don't know what they're talking about. Because I'm this thing is the issue with this is that because there are no original movies coming out, because nobody's coming out with any new ideas or anything of this scale. The original movies coming out of very small scale. Like Nolan did with Prestige and all that. That was a small scale original idea. The fact that something of this scale is coming out with an original idea that is so fully realized is blowing people's minds. They just cannot believe it. But how are you going to get a huge sci-fi movie that has nothing to do with anything that you've seen before? And for that simple reason, this is a masterpiece. Because I'm being honest with myself here. Everybody knows I'm a Nolan guy. I'm a Nolan guy through and through. So if I'm saying it, it's not that it's the gospel, but I'm the guy, I fight for everything that this guy has done from beginning to end. But I am saying now, this is not better than Memento. It is not better than Prestige. And it is only better than Batman Begins by virtue of the fact of what it is.
What about Dark Knight and Insomnia?
It's better than Dark Knight. And it's better than Insomnia.
That's an interesting yardstick. Look, man, obviously we'll fully get into the film after, but obviously it's an interesting way to start out. How does this compare with Nolan's other films? Look, straight up, just very quickly, obviously, and then you can chime in. For me, Memento is a very good thing. For me, I cannot put Memento as a masterpiece, no. Memento is a great, innovative film. It's a great, innovative film, but I cannot put it as a masterpiece.
He's gone again.
Well, we can just call him and just accept it. So, I just cannot put Memento as a masterpiece, a full-on masterpiece. And for me, I have to watch this again, but for me, I will not be so quick to say that this is just not better than Memento or I still feel his best film is Prestige. But for me, is Memento just straight on better than Inception? I don't know. I cannot fully say that. But for me, I can fully say that